it's Job, and back in early December, I went to Seoul to attend my first ever Traveler's Notebook meetup. Songjun, the owner of the Time stationery shop in Seoul, has been organizing an annual Christmas party and meetup for members of the T and K group on Naver almost every year. This Naver group is similar to various Facebook groups dedicated to the Midori Traveler's Notebook. I met so many wonderful people as well as meeting some online friends. I finally got to meet my friend Jessica, who I first met on Instagram. There were so many incredible artists and notebook enthusiasts in one room. Mr. Hong Song-jo was a proud owner of 25 Midori Traveler's notebooks and has almost all the rare and limited edition notebooks. These are just a few of his stash. At these meetups, Songjun usually brings his heat embosser so people can personalize their notebooks. I got the word persevere on the back of my camel notebook. Songjun also prepared some handmade leather keychains for all the attendees, and we assembled these keychains at the location. At the meetup, I was given the amazing opportunity to do a live demo or journal with me. With all my nervousness, I didn't get anyone to film me, but this is what the final spread looked like. After dinner and some party games, I had to leave due to other commitments, and I sadly missed the Traveler's Notebook stack. Here's what this year's photo looked like. I'm so happy that I got to attend my first meetup, and I can't wait to attend more in the future. Before we start this journal with me, I just wanted to show you what I got in my goodie bag at the meetup. Songjun put so much effort into these goodie bags. He made these custom cafe themed stickers as well as these luggage tag stickers for the T&K group. He also made a tiny traveler's caravan pin, a custom made leather keychain which we made at the event, and a hand embossed Midori insert with gold leafing. He even made us a leather charm for our notebooks which says, "Hello, I'm a traveler." Just in case I forgot anything, here's a photo I took of all the goodies I got that day. Okay, let's get started. Since this is gonna be a 2-day spread, I wanted to create some sort of contrast between the two pages. So I am measuring out a piece of craft paper, and it is gonna cover the left side of the spread, and I'm just gonna use my trusty Daiso tape runner, which I always use, as you already know, and I'm just gonna secure that onto the page. After, I'm gonna take this awesome grid washi, I think it's a green and white grid washi, and I put it on the edge of that page, and I'm doing that to add some more Christmassy vibes to the page. Now I'm taking red to further that Christmas theme on this spread, and I'm gonna cut out a piece that will cover the top corner of the left page. Then I'm gonna go in with that tape runner as always and tape that down. While waiting for inspiration to hit, I just took a sip of coffee and then I flipped through my old spreads, and I just wanted to look at that spread that I created at the meetup, and I guess I just wanted to refer to it so I would create something a bit more different for the actual spread for the meetup, if that makes sense. Am I just repeating things over and over again? But anyways, if I sound a little bit different, I actually am recording this in January, so I started this video probably around December 20th, around that time, right before Christmas, and it is now January 5th, and my, I guess, recording or audio recording or voiceover recording system broke or is glitchy on my Final Cut Pro editing program, and I'm actually recording this on my phone, so if I sound a little bit jittery or just a little bit weird, or even if the audio quality sounds different, I'm sorry. I'll probably have to reinstall this software, but in the meantime, I just wanted to get this video out since I've already procrastinated enough during the holidays. So while I've been rambling, I actually just stamped down the date, and my camera died, and you probably missed the part where I actually taped down the bus ticket that I used to get to Seoul, which is on the bottom corner of the left page, and I also did a bit of stamping using these Midori stamps, and I just stamped down the date. It's basically like an immigration looking stamp that just says the arrival date, so I thought it would look nice with the bus ticket. But anyways, I have this giant cutout of a guy that I cut out from my Kinfolk magazine, and I use another piece of ephemera from the Kleenex box that I cut out, I guess in the past video, and I just wanted to put a bit of collaging. Oh, that sounded weird. I put a bit of collage elements. You know what I mean? I did a bit of collaging on the right hand side of the spread, and yeah, just to change it up. And now I'm going in with this label sticker, and I just put down the date, and I cut down the sticker a bit just so it would fit nicely near the date. And I'm gonna put some clips down just so that the paper is not moving while I stick that down onto the near the date. And also, I'm recording this in one go, this voiceover, so if there's a lot of ums and breaks and me just thinking, I'm sorry. Again, I'm not used to actually recording these voiceovers in one go. I usually cut them up a bit because I make a lot of mistakes while recording. But anyways, you've seen me stick down that label sticker, and I'm going in with some gesso, which I rarely use, but gesso basically is this type of, it's not quite like paint, but it kind of acts as another medium or some sort of paste that allows you to stick paint or other, I guess, media on it. I guess that doesn't make sense. Basically, it's allowing me to put watercolors on top of surfaces that usually wouldn't take watercolor very well. So that magazine paper isn't very absorbent. So I guess the gesso allows me to paint over top of it. Woo, that was a confusing explanation of gesso, but I'm sorry. Google it. But anyways, so while that's drying, I basically cut out this little cardboard piece that came with the packaging of the goodie bag that Songjun gave us, and it actually just says TNK Gathering 2016, and it's actually gold foiled, which is really nice. Songjun actually hand embossed that and put gold foil on that cardboard piece by hand, so I really wanted to incorporate that onto the spread. So now that the gesso's dry, I'm gonna go in with my Shin hand watercolors, and I'm just gonna mix a few tones of red and green since I wanted to create a very Christmassy and festive floral wreath around the guy's sweater, or basically in the gessoed areas of that little collage piece. And looking back, I don't really like the stark white gesso background, so if I could go back in time, I would just put a wash of green over top of that white gesso just to make things a little bit more cohesive, since it just looks a little bit weird seeing a huge part of the painting just white in the middle. But oh well. Anyways, so this is gonna take a while, so I'm just gonna play some music so you don't need to suffer while listening to me ramble on this voiceover. I know I sound really hyper and confused, but I am. I just drank like maybe 3 cups of coffee, so I'm very wired right now. So I'm just gonna calm down, put some music on, and I hope you enjoy me painting this little wreath. Since the wreath is finished, I'm just going in with my green watercolors, and I'm just gonna put I Heart MTN in the center of that little wreath. and MTN stands for Midori Traveler's Notebook, which is the type of traveler's notebook that I'm using. Technically, this notebook that I'm using is not actually a Midori Traveler's Notebook anymore, because the brand did a rebranding and they are now called the Traveler's Company. So they are not part of Midori anymore. Traveler's Company is now its own brand, and I think it's pretty cool, but I think it's just gonna take some getting used to, because I'm so used to calling my notebook a Midori Traveler's Notebook, but it's actually called a Traveler's Company Traveler's Notebook, which is a mouthful. But anyways, I took some dried flowers and I tried to find a place to put it, and I finally settled on putting it in that blank space on the left page, and I wanted to put a wax seal over top of it instead of putting washi tape to secure that little dried piece of flower onto the spread. And I've seen a lot of Instagrammers do this in their spread. So they take some sort of dried flower, dried baby's breath, and they just use some sort of wax seal to adhere it onto the page. And I think it's really cool. In hindsight, I should have used red wax, but this is the finished spread, and I can't believe we survived, or at least you survived listening to me ramble on this voiceover. But I just wanted to thank everyone for watching, and I'll see you next time, and yay for the first video of 2017, and I hope you all have a great year. Bye.